Hi everyone, it's Lily here from Shine Bright Diamonds 2023, and I'm coming to you today on Sunday, February 23rd with another one of my weekly WIP'n chats. So for those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I am so happy that you have found my little corner here on YouTube. And of course, those of you that are returning, welcome back. Now, if this is your first time tuning into a WIP'n chat, WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat is where I literally just chat to you about what's been going on in my little corner here in Canada. So feel free to pull out one of your own projects or just treat this as a podcast, whatever you like. I'm just happy that you are here. So, how are you? What is new? Because I feel like this is going to be the final WIP'n chat where I will be working on the kit that I'm working on, which is absolutely wild. So, let me quickly show you a photo of it because I am literally only 2 sections away and then this kit is done. So, let me just grab that for you. So, this is the kit here. It is Zen Garden by Maria Chekareva and it is coming from Oraloa. Now, this kit, I have been working on it since January 1st of this year, and I am literally on this little corner here of the canvas. I have been super motivated to just be working on it. I've been literally just zooming through it, and I'm so excited. Now, before I pull out a color, I do want to go over my accessories. So the tray I'm using is this one from Yellow Dog Designs. They are a small shop here in Canada. This is the tray that they had designed for I think it's one of the Asian Heritage diamond painting events. I'm not participating in the event, but I absolutely love this tray, so I had to get it. So that's the tray that I'm using. It is two-tone inside, and as you can see, it's also the raised edge. I absolutely adore it. And then my pen here is this one. It's a custom coming from Creations Morin, and they are a small shop here in Quebec, Canada. Now, the putty I'm using is actually in this container here from Creations Morin. It's their putty holder, and I do have one of their putties in here that I've been using. And then finally, my release papers are coming from Bee's Crafty Corner, another small shop here in Canada. So let's get into it because I am beyond motivated. I really think I'm going to probably finish this kit tonight. Um, it's around 4 to 5 p.m. So we will see. But I literally have 2 sections. And the section that I'll be working on in this video, I've also already started it. But like I said, I've just been going nonstop with this kit. The whole sort of last row has just been a ton of color blocking, which is great because I've just been multi-placing and it's just flying. So we'll see how far I get with it. But yeah, that's like I'm beyond excited. I even took out Song of Artemis by Margaret Morales. That's the next diamond painting I'll be working on. And I'm hoping to actually be starting on that kit sometime this week. So lots of exciting things are going on here. But before I get into my crazy little diamond painting news, I jumped ahead. I didn't even start off with any of my weekly updates. What is this? Because last time we chatted, it was the massive snowstorms here in Ontario. Um, and my boyfriend and I were literally trying to dig out our cars. Well, let me tell you, this past week, our parking lot did get plowed, so that was exciting. I could actually get my car in and out of the spot without getting stuck. There is massive snow mountains all around us, which, I mean, if you have kids, that's great because they can just make snow farts and, play in the snow. And it's now starting to melt because we've been having some temperatures above zero. So some of the snow is melting. So now everything's a giant puddle, which is great, except at night it drops below zero, then everything freezes. So in the morning it's a skating rink, which I mean, the snow mountains are getting smaller, but the skating rink situation is not fun. Um, and I think this week it's going to be pretty mild here. And I'm pretty sure we're supposed to get a rainstorm or something. So that's going to wash more of the snow away. But then I think after that, we're back in like a deep freeze. So it's just going to be a skating rink outside. So the weather's a little all over the place, but spring is just around the corner because it's the last week of February. So I can't really complain weather wise. Um, but yeah, so that's sort of the situation with all the snow. Because I know last week, I think my whole whip and chat was me just talking about how much snow we got and how it's been absolutely wild. And then in terms of the rest of this week, I honestly, it was watching a lot of hockey, or in my case, sleeping through a lot of hockey. The Four Nations hockey tournament was wrapping up this week. Thursday was the big game with Canada versus the US. I was able to catch part of the first period, and then to be honest, I fell asleep. So I actually didn't see the end. I had to catch the highlights of the game the next day. And Canada did win, so that was exciting. I'm just sad I missed it. And we're back to having just regular hockey. So that was nice. Saturday night, I caught up, was able to watch some hockey before I fell asleep again. It's a trend. I tend to fall asleep pretty early. I've always been like that. Go to bed early, wake up really early. It's sort of just how I am. But this week was a lot of sports, or at least me catching up on sports. And then what else happened? There's just been a lot sort of going on. Of course, everything always happens, for me at least, on the weekend because Saturday, first of all, Saturday I woke up ridiculously early. I woke up at 6 a.m. and I was like wide awake. So I just got up and was diamond painting. Hence why so much of this diamond painting was accomplished this weekend. Um, so I ended up diamond painting almost all of Saturday until I had to go to the dentist. I had a dentist appointment just to check up. Everything was good. And then after my dentist appointment, I went to the mall just for something to do to walk around. The mall was super busy. Um, but it was nice. I just, wanted to get out a little bit. Didn't end up buying anything, but that's okay. And then I ended up, my boyfriend and I, Saturday afternoon, when I got home, we went to visit with his parents because they were dog sitting. So we went to go visit with them and the dog they were babysitting. Um, and it's one of the dogs that they're always babysitting. And this little dog, it's so cute. It's super tiny. And he was so happy to see us. He ended up just wanting to play. And he had the zoomies. It was pretty funny because when we got there, he was sort of napping and, just sort of having that late afternoon nap. And he was all cuddly and just wanted all the snuggles. And then all of a sudden, he just popped up and he just had energy and he was running around everywhere. So that was a lot of fun. Um, and then, of course, Saturday, my boyfriend and I got pizza for dinner and had a quiet night. I ended up watching a movie called The Last Voyage of Demeter. It's like a vampire horror movie. It was really good. I enjoyed it, but I also like vampire movies in general. Um, that was Saturday night, and then I watched some of the hockey game before I fell asleep. And then today, which is Sunday, again I woke up extremely early at around 7 a.m. Literally spent all of the morning diamond painting. I did my crock pot dinner, which is for tonight. So that should be ready, I'm hoping, in the next half an hour. And then my boyfriend and I went to the movies with his dad to see the new Captain America movie. And that was really good. I really enjoyed it. I did not know what to expect. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Marvel movies, but I didn't grow up with any of the comics. So For me, when I watch Marvel movies, it's literally like I'm relying on whatever the movie is telling me. I have no ability to compare the movies with, you know, any of the events or I guess the lore of the comic book. So, whereas with my boyfriend and his dad, like they grew up with comic books, so they really know like the characters and their backstory and who's who, and I'm just like I'm just here for the entertainment. But I really enjoyed it. Highly recommend if you like action movies to go check it out. I thought it was really well done. I mean, again, like I said, I don't know enough about the comic books to be like, oh, they got this wrong, they got that wrong. But I thought it was a really entertaining movie. It moved. Like it went by really quick. Like I swear we sat down, the movie starts, and then all of a sudden it was over and I was like, wow, that was a quick movie. But it was really good. Lots of action and explosions to be expected with any Marvel movie. And it was good. I enjoyed it. And then before the movie started, they showed like some obviously movie trailers, and they showed the trailer for the new Fantastic Four movie that's coming out. I think it's this summer. So that looks really good. I told my boyfriend I want to see that one. They showed the trailer for a new Superman movie, which I'm excited for. I really like Superman movies. And then there was a trailer for another Marvel movie. I think it's called the Thunderbolts. That one, I don't know if I'll see that one. We'll see. We will see. I don't really know the Thunderbolts at all. So that one will be very new to me. But my boyfriend's just super excited for all these superhero movies. But that was our afternoon. And then we came home. Well, no, we went to Walmart first on our way home because we need to get the groceries for the week. Well, some groceries at least. And now I'm here, diamond painting and filming my WIP'n chat. Well, actually, before that, I did take a nap, a really small nap. I think it's because I've just been waking up so early, but now I have a ton of energy. But yeah, but what I do know is that come like 8:30, I'll be like, I'm ready for bed. Let me crawl into bed. Okay, let me see this. There. Okay. I'm noticing, I think it's my placement's been off with this diamond painting because there's been a couple areas where the drills have been really tight, like tighter than normal. And it's because some of my lines were not straight. I noticed it more so when I was doing some of the confetti because the end of this row, like the other end, it was like a plant and it was pretty much confetti, which is fine. But I find that the confetti, my placement was off, and I think I've mucked up some of this row, as you can see. I always say my placement is not the greatest, but it always works itself out. Oh no, now I've really done it. Okay, I'm just gonna pick that up. Aha. And we're gonna try that again. There. Okay, and I've also got putty everywhere. I just flung putty. I would love to know if you diamond paint a lot, are you like me that gets putty everywhere? Because there. That's why like I never show you on camera me putting putty in a pen because it's it's special. I'll just leave it like that. Oh my gosh, my placement today is not great. I don't know what is going on. Ugh, there we go. Like I said, my goal is to finish this diamond painting today. Um, we'll see how well that goes. I am very motivated. I think this section is a little more colors than this section because this section that I'm working on right now, it's like I'm finishing up with the presents. And then I think here it's just the floor. Actually, I want to see. Yeah, see, it's a lot more color blocking. So it'll go by pretty quick. Now I gotta put this back down. Ha. But yeah. All right. So now that I've given you a rundown of the weekend, and my diamond painting plan for today, which is to finish Zen Christmas. This week coming is going to be a fun week because it is the last week of February, and I always like try and think about, okay, now I just flung drills everywhere. That's fine. Just I don't know where the other one went. I'll find it eventually. But as I was saying before I flung things everywhere, whenever I enter into a new week, I always like to think about something exciting to look forward to. And this coming week, something exciting for me is that I do have my book club on Friday, and I actually started the book. I started the book yesterday in the waiting room while I was waiting for the dentist to call me in. And the book that I'm reading for my book club is called Expiration Dates by Rebecca Serrell. I think I've talked about this or mentioned it briefly, that this is the book. Well, I finally started it. It's short. I think it's just over 250 pages. And the premise is that this woman, she, like out of magic, I guess, gets these pieces of paper with a name of a man and um, a date. So, for example, it could be like Albert, 4 months. And that sort of tells her that she's going to meet a man named Albert and they're going to be dating for like 4 months. So, long story short, the premise is that she's been waiting for these papers to arrive, where there'll be a name but no date, because she thinks that if she gets a name with no date, that that's her soulmate. And long story short, she gets a name, there's no date. She assumes he's her soulmate. So the premise seems interesting, I won't lie. However, I did start the book, and first of all, I prefer reading fantasy novels, and I like mystery thrillers, like psychological thrillers, crime, like those type of books. So I'm sort of feel like I'm reading outside of my comfort zone. I also really like books with magical elements. So like it could be like a cozy fantasy or like something with witches and wizards and fairies. So for me the selling point was this magical piece of paper that just appears and tells her this information. But right now the execution of this is not enticing me. I'm on chapter 4, and it's very like, for me at least, yes, there's a magical element, but there's been no parameters set in terms of where these papers come from. If there is something supernatural that has been delivering these papers, it seemed like it's giving me like a Hallmark Christmas magic vibe. Similar to like those Hallmark Christmas movies where it's like a cutesy magical element, a miracle seems to happen, but there's no explanation as to how, and you're just supposed to accept that it's just this magical thing. Which, I mean, in movie format, for me, that's fine because that's what I expect from a Hallmark movie. Um, but the book didn't give me Hallmark vibes or like cutesy vibes. Like it felt a little more serious ish. I'm going to be honest, I might be DNFing this book. So for those of you that are not readers, DNF means did not finish, because I'm not enjoying it. And I'm really disappointed because the premise was really good. But like I said, I'm only on chapter 4. So I'll give it till at least chapter 10 because the chapters are pretty short. Like I said, it's a really short book. So it might pick up, but right now I'm a little disappointed. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, I'm thinking maybe I just am not in the mood for this type of book. Like maybe this is the type of book where I might DNF it right now and then down the road, like maybe this summer, pick it up because I want to read it maybe on a beach. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. I just want to go to a beach and not be dealing with Canadian winter. But that's the vibe I'm getting from this book. Like it's not what I need right now. So I'm really curious for this Friday when I meet with book club to see what everyone else's thoughts are. I know my one friend did DNF it. Um, and I'm curious to know how far she got to DNF, like into the book before she just decided, no, this isn't for me. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little disappointed. So, yes. So, in other words, that book club this Friday is something I am looking forward to. And then, in terms of other things to look forward to, I'm actually just excited for the fact that spring is just around the corner. This coming Saturday is March 1st, which is exciting because it also means I really only have 2 more weeks until March break. So I am excited for that. But that's sort of my exciting things. I do have my dance class on Wednesday, which I do need to still register for the spring classes. Um, but I actually haven't decided what class I want to take for the spring session. Part of me wants to do 2 nights a week, but then part of me is also like, can I handle 2 nights a week? Because I am literally the sleepiest person you will ever meet. Um, so we'll see what happens. We'll see. But I'm leaning really hardcore towards just registering for 2 nights a week because I just love dance class. It's fun. But yeah, so that's my sort of rambles for what I'm excited for this week. Now, in terms of my diamond painting news, this past Saturday, Diamond Art Club did have a release. I did not purchase anything, nothing piqued my interest. Dreamer Designs had their release. Nothing piqued my interest with them, but I also am trying really hard to not be buying because my stash is pretty big. Well, at least I feel that it's pretty big. Um, Now, with that being said, Oraloa is having a release. I think their release is Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember. I really can't remember. But Oraloa has been releasing some Hannah Lynn diamond paintings. Well, not some, but quite a few. And they are the cutest things ever. There's one that got released, and it's like her character with a butterfly. I don't know what it's called, but that one is definitely on a wish list right now because anything with butterflies I adore, to be honest. Will I be purchasing? No, I will not. Because like I said, my stash is too big. I just, well, not crazy big, but I feel it's big. Um, but I do really just want to be working through what I have. Um, so no purchases from me in terms of this weekend, but I'm curious to see what will be coming out this coming week because I'm noticing, especially for Diamond Art Club, some of the releases that are coming out, I remember seeing them in voting. So I'm curious to know if any of the diamond paintings that I voted on will be getting released soon because there is a couple Margaret Morales diamond paintings that I remember voting on. And obviously a Miss Holly diamond painting. I really only vote for Margaret Morales and Miss Holly, to be honest. And normally if there's something with like fish. But I'm curious because I do have my points. I need to use up points. Um, so I'm curious to see what will be released this week, especially with spring. I always get like caught with the spring releases, even though I do have very colorful, cheerful diamond paintings in my stash. Okay. Did I get all of this color? I did get all of this color. Look at that. I'm almost done a present. Um, so that was that. Didn't end up making any purchases with that. Um, Now, in terms of my actual diamond painting news, like I've mentioned already, I am pretty much trying to finish this diamond painting today so that tomorrow, when I get home from work, I will officially be working on that Margaret Morales diamond painting, Song of Artemis, that I kitted up. When did I kit up? Oh my gosh, I kitted up back in October of 2024 because it was one of the diamond paintings that got affected by the pink lines. Um, so if you recall, in October, Diamond Art Club, maybe November, I can't remember, one of those months. But anyway, Diamond Art Club was releasing their diamond paintings, and unfortunately, some of them ended up getting these pink lines transferred onto them. And one of the diamond paintings affected was Song of Artemis by Margaret Morales. And being me, every time I get a new diamond painting, I always open the box and I always check the canvas. I always check the canvas. I always have to look at the drills. I always have to look at the toolkit. And like most of you who have been on my channel before know how I am. I take the toolkit out of the box, and then the box only has the canvas and the drills and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I opened up Song of Artemis, and lo and behold, my canvas was affected by the pink lines. So I had seen on the Diamond Art Club VIP group that someone had posted saying, email their customer service and let them know, and you will be, I think there was like some like reimbursed for something, or like points will get added, like something. So I was just like, okay. So I remember contacting the customer service, and they had asked for some images to show that my canvas was affected. And when I sent them the image, they had wanted to see a section with drills placed so that they could see like how bad the lines were. So I remember later that evening kitting up Song of Artemis, like putting all the drills in the containers and then doing like this tiny little section, taking a photo and sending it so that they could see like the pink lines did come through. And because of that, Song of Artemis has been kitted up, but being me who can only handle one WIP at a time, I have had Song of Artemis rolled up until I was ready to work on it. And the drills are kitted up in one of my sets of containers. Hence why, for me, I'm like, I need to do Song of Artemis so I can, get my containers free. So that is why Song of Artemis is the next diamond painting I will be working on. And I have it right now flattening because I rolled it up a little too tight, so it's all crinkled. Typical for me. I always have my canvases all over the place. But anytime in general, when I'm getting close to the end of a diamond painting, no matter how big or small it is, I always have my next kit hanging so that I can look at it. It motivates me to keep going. And right now, well, today at least, I've been, looking and I'm like, ah, yes, Song of Artemis. And it's like the color palette, I forgot how pretty diamond painting is. And I forgot what the color palette is. The color palette is like a lot of really pretty blues and like soft pastel blues, and like there's like just soft like lavender. Like it's just so pretty, and it's round. So it's going to be a really nice difference than this kit that's been just really vibrant colors of everything and square. So I am excited for that. And I like that I already have it kitted up. So that means I can just start working on it as soon as I'm ready. So I can't really complain there. I'm going to put this here. There. Aha. So yes, so that is what's been going on. So hopefully next week when I film my WIP'n chat, you will be seeing me work on Song of Artemis. And because it's a round, I don't think it will take me that long, to be honest. Round kits tend to take me about 3 to 4 weeks to work on versus squares. They take me a little longer. Well, this one's taking me about 2 months to work on. But I also have to remind myself that I did take like a week and a half off of working on this when I was dealing with the my carpal tunnel flare up and arm problems and all the other fun stuff. So, okay. All right. So, I think I've been talking for close to half an hour. And for those of you who have been on my channel, you know I'm not a fan of filming super long WIP'n chats. So, I'm going to actually wrap up filming. Now, with that being said, I'll turn off the lights. Whoops. There. So you can see. So I do have this little section here, but I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Now, if you did enjoy today's video, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support does mean the world to me. Of course, if you want more diamond painting content, you can find me on my Instagram at shinebrightdiamonds2023. And it's on my Instagram that I will be posting my update slash hopefully the completion of Zen Christmas. So until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye, everyone.